Has a bear trap been set, and do tariffs not matter anymore? Let's get into it with our daily SPY analysis here. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2025. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If we get enough subscribers, maybe we'll do a free webinar at some point. But I did ask for you guys' opinions. If I did a webinar on something, maybe for like a $25 or $50 entry fee, like what the topics might be. I did a community post on that. Let me know in the comments though if there's something you'd be interested in, and maybe what you'd be interested in topic wise for maybe a 2 or 3 hour live session. So anyways, let's get into it today. Markets here up 0.2% on the spiders, Q's up 1 1/4, and volatility backing off. Did the bears get rug pulled here over the weekend? One of the things I told you guys to watch for on Friday is where, it was like almost a certainty, right? Where are we going to gap down to? Because they ran the same playbook 3 times in a row, right? Friday, grind up all week, sell on Friday, grind up all week, sell on Friday, grind up all week, sell on Friday. I said someone's getting the rug pulled Monday or with some sort of price action next week. And so far, that's been the bears here. And what I mean by that is 2 things with the tariffs going on too. I think we're now starting to see evidence that this tariff stuff, the market is desensitized to it, right? Tariffs, DeepSeek, tariffs, DeepSeek, 59.50, tariffs, right? 59.50, tariffs again, 60.14. So we got less than halfway between. So we closed at 60.50 exactly. 100 points would be, divided by 2 would be 6,000. We didn't even get halfway down. And if we look at the Globex gap down, look how quick. I mean, that was just you look at a 5-minute. Look how fast we just V-shaped. So, somebody was expecting a waterfall, and we got a fountain, and the fountain got reversed pretty fast. So this tells me that the tariff talk may start to be losing its steam. So next time we get a tariff thing from Trump, does it only result in a 10-point dip, 20-point dip during market hours instead of 40? That's going to be confirming what could be this thesis that I'm laying out right now. More importantly, which none of that really matters, what's important is that we have a higher low now, right? So that means sellers have lost kind of that momentum that they had. It only took us 30 minutes to fill the gap, as opposed to last 2 weeks. It took us, all week to fill the gap, essentially. So buyers here are starting to see a little bit more strength. I talked about this last week. I said you want to see something like this, a retrace, to break us back up to new highs and fill out this range a little bit. Bulls may be starting to do that. Now, they haven't done it in the cash session. We do have Powell testifying on Capitol Hill tomorrow. We also have CPI Wednesday. So we do have catalysts here to fill out the range during market hours. I didn't do the dealer levels Sunday night video because the Super Bowl was on. I didn't think anybody would watch. I was watching myself. So, but in any case, 600, as long as bulls are holding that still keeps us kind of in positive gamma. 605 is another kind of headwind here. 605 to 606 right there, and you can see it on the charts, pretty tight area. But breaking back above that, take a look here. One, 2, 3, almost 4 hits in the last since December 18th, and really 3 hits in the last 3 weeks. 4 if you want to count here. Another one here, another one with a higher low is probably going to break. So, there's, a lot of people talking about this distribution. Maybe it's a Wyckoff pattern. Until it actually fails the breakout, you have to continue to go with the bulls here, or until the bears do damage. But they have done nothing of the sort here lately. And kind of cleaning this up, you still got kind of like a bull flag here, right? That's just, keep it real simple. So right into that area we've hammered on. ES has filled out the range a little bit more. And, if we can break through this 6120 area and put a higher high in place ahead of CPI, that really improves structure, because now you can come in with a higher low here. So onus is on the bears to prove it, and they have not done that so far. Pure and simple. So let's keep it at that for now. They've got a catalyst tomorrow with Powell. QQQ, I'm starting to follow this potential descending broadening wedge here. So broadening down and just descending on the top side. Break through, 532. I don't think 535 I'll say 535 could be a little bit of resistance. I don't think that the double top is much. I think once you get through this, we already have enough momentum and enough compression here to push through that. So, and by the way, noticeably today, I wonder if banks, and I've been telling you guys this for the last 3 or 4 weeks, RTY was noticeably weaker. You can see IWM here kind of staying inside of the opening range with that little sell bar as soon as the market opened. Still up 0.5%, but noticeably weaker than QQQ, right? Look at the heat map today. With the exception of Tesla, it's Amazon, Broadcom, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, 15 days in a row now. Meta, 15 days. You know, Google, these are the stocks leading the tape today. There's Meta 15, unless they slam it in the next 15 minutes. But yeah, it was more of a Mag 7 driven day. We'll see if the banks have kind of like flipped that. They did increase their shorts in NASDAQ last week. That was as of Tuesday. And they increased net longs in the Russell. So maybe they're starting to flip here now that Amazon earnings are out of the way. So we won't know until Friday, but just something to keep an eye on. The Qs were the leader today. Really quick, IWM again up 0.5%. Nothing wrong with the pattern, by the way. It's still very good. Another higher low here can break us through 230, and then that goes off to the races. The Dow here, again, 450. You know, this pattern, no problems with this. SMH led the tape, up 2%. We talked about this. This is an important stock, obviously, but even more important right now, up 3.25 today, is NVIDIA with a bullish engulfing on the weekly, holding the 50, holding that trend line. So everybody who was ready to throw it out, baby out the bathwater, look how quickly that is able to reverse. Also, take a look at Broadcom today, consolidating here, and it's really kind of walked its way back above all 4 moving averages, and on the weekly, that's been above all the moving averages too. So semis here showing some strength relatively. Still got to break 250, and then it can try to work its way into the gap. NVIDIA to 140 as well. IGV also continuing to lead. PLTR in a nightmare for shorts right now. Who knows? Maybe that goes to 120. But IGV up 1 3/4, close above this red bar high. Again, it negates that sell. It might need a little bit more time, but this has been leading the tape. Another thing that I like on the weekly. Transports were very strong today. They did back off towards the end, but up 1%, back above 16.2. That's a bull bear point of control for now. And then, you know, back to 16.6 would be kind of after that. Outside of that, it's kind of in no. So, good day though. Really, the weakness today came from banks. Interest rates here flat on the 2s, 5s, and then 10s and 30s up just a little bit. So no real changes there. We have Powell tomorrow, and I did an article on this over the weekend as well, about how ZB can move higher even if inflation is bottomed. A lot of bond shorts out there, and we have CPI coming up. This could easily be a 1, 2, 3 pullback before a bid. There's a measured move here. You know, from here to here, that takes you up to the 200 moving average. There is dealer interest at 93 on TLT. So we'll see if it's going to consolidate this move. It can go higher, even if CPI misses. There's a ton of bond shorts, and they have not covered as far as I know. That's not a guarantee, but something to be cognizant of. XHP up $1. There is some risk on this to 100. And it's more so on ITB, actually, but I just cover XHB usually, but there is some risk to 100 on ITB specifically. Just be aware of that. But, you know, a little bounce today, nothing really major. The NQ, I continue to like this too. It needs to break through this area here, close above that red bar. It's trying there. It's got higher lows too. XLF, I mentioned a minute ago, was weak today. ARE was down as well. I mean, not terrible. Patterns are not broken by any means. Just into some resistance and pulling back a little bit here. Even broker dealers are down. So down a little over 1%. Oil was strong all day long, reclaiming 72. So again, 200 and the 50 moving average holding. So not really much to do with it for me right now, but good bounce today and up 2%. XOE had a good day too. That's actually pumping right now as we speak towards the end of the day. I see Exxon bidding up as well, trying to close above that Thursday reverse. And yeah, so XLE showing a little bit of strength. XOP is above the Thursday reversal and OIH inside. Energy acting all right today. These uranium plays are still weak though. Still need to negate that red bar. They're not doing that right now. Be careful with these uranium names. Nat gas up 4.2. Again, trying to confirm weekly higher lows here. You have a big gap there, but so far there's no indication that it's ready to roll over. Nat gas still strong. Dollar index was strong today too. Again, long end rates were up just a little bit, but nothing, it's kind of in no man's land. Again, Powell tomorrow and CPI Wednesday, so that'll get moved. Tomorrow might be a quiet day if Powell doesn't have enough, delivers a nothing burger, because then the market's going to sit on CPI. All-time highs for gold, going to 3,000. Again, this is tightening range is a beautiful opportunity to buy that very nicely, and still riding my position. That's still acting well. Silver still fine. Only flat to positive today, but this pattern here, nice bull inside bar. So no issues with that. Platinum was up big also, and palladium as well. So good bounces there. I'd like to see some follow through soon. And then copper again, this was the, called it the whole way. I should have just played it, but yeah, this is a textbook W. It really can't get any better. Down, slight lower low with the liquidity grab, failed bear flag, 618 retest, perfect W, B, and then a beautiful pattern there. It's going to come into some resistance up here, but very nice move for copper. It's FCX, all these other stocks, have gotten nice bids too. Southern Copper, obviously, had some volatility there with the China news. Alcoa. Anyway, cryptos here trying to firm up a little bit. Bitcoin kind of curling around here. I do like what I'm seeing from ETH a little bit. It's just again, it needs to reclaim 28. I think they can try to work its way back to 3,000, maybe a little bit. Litecoin was up nicely today, up 12%. So that's acting well. That's a little bit, bucking the trend a little bit. For Bitcoin here, still need to clear 100K. Again, this can really no damage on the weekly. 20 MA has caught up the price. No problems there. But volatility's kind of died down. We will get some soon. Depression now. So markets here up, kind of getting a little bit of dip. It's about 352. So nothing really doing there at the end of the day. Just kind of a dip right now. Again, Powell tomorrow at 10 a.m. But big picture though, as long as we continue making higher lows, and again, the NQ here, 1, 2, 3 higher lows. This can clear 22K, 22.2. Yeah, this is, pattern's pretty good here. It's compressed and then it's ready. It's getting ready to release energy here. Those Bollinger Band, the width on those, starting to collapse here. It's tight like that. Tells you that coming soon. Ready for that side. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.